So I'm Alexander Surya Gianni Mall on the right hand, Penguin Doug birthmark, born June 5th, 1984, from Teresa Gianni's womb, Teresa Materana Gianni. Eyebrow ring, left eye, mustache, lower chin hair, little chin beard, Bob Marley shirt, from Houston, Texas, born June 5th, 1984. So one thing that's been going on in my life, I'm a victim of data theft and implantation. And they at one point they were talking about trying to program AI for medical, because I was a medical student. And they were trying to program AI with my mind and from med school notes and this and that. So that was a piece of this. But then I started wondering what the hell they were doing, because they had all these tactics that they were using. They were using telecommunication criminals to harvest data from my phones, hackers to harvest Google data and other data from my computers, implantation to harvest data from my brain, and well as other implantable devices to harvest information from my nervous system. And they'd be observing my nervous system as I was performing various tasks. So harvesting data, maybe trying to understand consumer behavior, understand X, Y, Z, and monitoring my nervous system and brain while performing certain tasks. So then I kept wondering, what were they doing besides just making money off of data and selling it? Then I started wondering, something started clicking. So they have all these tactics. So I thought, I'm probably not the only victim of this data theft. Who else are they doing this data theft to? And then I started wondering just now. So I thought, I'm probably not the only victim of this data theft. Who else are they doing this data theft to? And then I started wondering just now, what else is it for? What are they doing? So they're not just probably making money off this data, stealing IP, IDs, etc. They may be doing the same thing they're doing to me to people around the world and harvesting their data illegally from via implantation, telecommunications crimes, cyber terrorists, and God knows what else. And then maybe they want all of this data because maybe they're using it for these new age investigation companies and their prediction ways to predict crime, but also maybe for AI and maybe other upcoming technologies that require human data and an understanding of human behavior and other things through human data and an understanding of the human nervous system as well. So I'd look into that. That's a thread to explore. I'm not that guy. I'm not an expert on AI. I'm not an expert on things. I just know what I'm a victim of. And I've been trying to put these pieces of the puzzle together because I may just be a small piece of something very much larger going on around the world around us. And I'm a victim of various tactics employed by these guys. And my theory is I'm not the first they've employed these tactics upon. They may be employing these tactics on others. So I would try to get to the bottom of not just their terrorist agendas, but what else they're doing with human data. And I think a lot of it has to do with AI and these new age investigation companies predicting crime and behavior and things of that nature, and what else they could be doing. Because I'm not that guy. I don't know all the different ways human data can be used, from computer data to to phone data to even behavior or data from the human nervous system. I'm not sure what they're doing exactly, but a lot of these guys have no respect for human life. And a lot of these guys, from what I gather, kind of are guided by desperation, emotions, selfish gain, money, pursuit of fame and prestige and recognition. And sometimes in pursuit of such and having those as their navigators, they're sometimes racing to be first as opposed to pondering the consequences and the potentials, the potential negative consequences of their behaviors and actions while they're in pursuit of money, fame, prestige, recognition, acknowledgement from others, approval from others, etc. So one thing I've gathered over the past 5 years and 5 months is a lot of guys are racing to be first. They're seeking recognition, approval, money, guided by selfish agendas, and a lot of the things they're not always pondering the consequences of their behaviors and are just acting impulsively. And part of the reason why is it's because of desperation, it's because of emotions, but it's also because of just the race to be first and in pursuit of selfish agendas and gain. So I try to ponder these potentials and consequences as I'm not that guy. And I look into that and ponder what they've been doing, involving finding all these different ways to steal data, from cell phone data to computer data, Google data, any form of data they can acquire, and then data from the human nervous system. And then, under the umbrella of AI, prediction, and God knows what else. Praise Jesus. I'm Alexander Surya Gianni.